The News at 5 starts right now. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Anusha Rasta.
I'm Terry McSweeney. Strong winds, the threat of new fires, and possible power outages. It could be a very dangerous weekend across the Bay Area and the state. We're under a microclimate weather alert as gusty conditions move in. It could be the strongest winds we've seen so far this record fire season. Here's a live look at Walnut Creek. Red flag warning for parts of the North and East Bay going into effect tomorrow morning.
Firefighters across the Bay Area are stepping up patrols as a precaution. In Santa Rosa, crews are adding these 3 extra trucks starting tomorrow. Now, PG&E not taking any chances either, warning about a mass power shutoff to help prevent wildfires. But a bit of good news here. PG&E now saying that 394,000 customers could be impacted starting tomorrow. That is down from 466,000 customers just yesterday. And we want to check in now with meteorologist Rob Maeta on this crazy weather. Rob.
Yeah, I've been watching the threat over the next 24 hours of these gusty winds on the increase around the Bay Area. Red flag warning due to those dry winds. That's what we'll be tracking during the day tomorrow, and we could see some power impacts from some of that, both planned on the power safety shutoff side and the unplanned, as we might see some tree damage due to those gusty winds. Let's take a look at the winds right now. Technically, these are onshore cooling winds. We had some drizzle, even some mist and light rain at times a bit earlier this morning. As you see, the wind speeds around the Bay Area generally onshore from 10 to 20 miles per hour. But the wind advisory we'll see during the day tomorrow, that'll be assigned to strong gusty offshore winds. It's going to clear out our skies and set the stage from a calm start here Sunday to a very blustery finish as we head towards 5 o'clock. You see those numbers starting to go up, gusts approaching almost 50 miles per hour near Angwin. So that's going to take the air that has a lot of marine moisture right now and send it flying offshore. This dry air and the strong offshore wind will be the driver for the red flag warnings we'll see across the entire Bay Area. This gets started at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and this includes the coast, the inner bay, all corners of the Bay Area, most of Northern California, as those wind speeds accelerate. Coming up, we'll take a closer look at those wind speeds hour by hour when we expect the strongest gusts and some relief from this high fire danger in our forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
Rob, thanks very much. Your crews are gaining ground on the Pope fire. That's the one burning up in Napa County. Containment stands at 70% right now, a significant gain from 50% last night. The flames started yesterday afternoon. We've now burned 67 acres, but we've just learned Childs Pope Valley Road is back open.
Okay, more on the planned power outages now. Take a look at this map. We want to show you the areas there in yellow are the places that PG&E is monitoring. As you can see, it's much of the Bay Area, but in Oakland, about half as many customers are now expected to lose power. That's roughly 11,000. A dramatic drop in Santa Rosa from about 15,000 customers down to about 2,000.
Quite a few schools in Oakland are preparing for disruptions from possible power shutoffs. At least 11 schools are on the list that could be impacted, and that includes Chabot Elementary, Hillcrest K-8, and Joaquin Miller Elementary. Also on that list, Montclair Elementary, Skyline High, among others. More than 20,000 PG&E customers in Oakland could be impacted.
A warning now for people living in the Berkeley Hills. Get out while you can.
Here's NBC Bay Area's Christy Smith with more.
We're definitely going to have everything ready.
Near Panoramic Way in the Berkeley Hills, some neighbors are talking about their plans.
I mean, we've been told that we're going to have a possible shutout tomorrow from like 8 to 10 p.m. And then we've also been told to have everything packed, have everything ready to go. I've also heard possible you should evacuate earlier if you could.
The roads are winding and narrow. A red flag warning is issued for Sunday. Strong winds and high fire danger are expected. These two have a place to go if needed.
We're super fortunate. We know someone who's out of town, so there's somewhere we can kind of go and reside for a little bit.
This is the first time in recent memory that we felt conditions merited broadly advising pre-evacuation.
The mayor of Berkeley explained the seriousness of the situation.
We want to make sure that our residents who live in parts of the hills, abutting Tilden Park and also in southeast Berkeley, are prepared and able to be safe in the event of a fire. And so we're asking people to pre-evacuate if they live in parts of our hills in which they'll have difficulty getting out quickly in a fire.
They're encouraging people to discuss COVID safety with those they might stay with. Some hotels are offering discounts. Firefighters are staffing up and police will patrol the hills. Neighbors east of Claremont and around Panoramic Hill might also lose power.
I've got plenty of batteries, plenty of flashlights.
Nigel West is getting his backpack ready. He's not leaving yet. If he does, that could include taking the public steps. He's worried the road might be jammed.
I'm not planning an early evacuation, but I will get everything ready tomorrow to be ready to leave on foot at short notice.
In Berkeley, Christy Smith, NBC Bay Area News.
We're going to be tracking the very latest with potential power outages all weekend long. You can also get up-to-the-minute weather alerts sent straight to your phone with our NBC Bay Area app. It is free to download.